Hi, this is Ed Mahan, Brand Ambassador for Staten Island Yachts. In this series of videos, we would like to demonstrate the most common maintenance items you will find on your new boat. By checking these items on a regular basis, you will ensure your boat is performing at its peak. To start, I would like to demonstrate how to maintain the typical raw water strainer. First, I will close the sea valve to shut off the flow of water from the ocean. Next, using a socket and ratchet, I will remove the 4 screws on the top of the strainer. Once I've removed the screws in the top of the strainer, I'll take the top off, remove the inspection plate, and pull up the strainer basket. As you can see, there's some debris in there, so we're going to take it outside and wash it out. Now that we've cleaned the basket, we want to check the O-ring and make sure it is seated properly and hasn't been pinched. We're going to put the basket back inside the strainer and reassemble it. Once you've reassembled the strainer, open the sea valve again, check for leaks. You might want to start the generator to make sure there's no leaks while it's under pressure, and you're finished. On this particular boat, this is the air conditioner strainer and sea valve, and you'll maintain it the same way that you did on the generator strainer. Now I'd like to demonstrate the raw water strainer on the Volvo engine. First, remove the clamp. Place that aside. Take the top of the strainer off. Be careful of this O-ring, that it stays seated and doesn't get pinched. Put that aside. The strainer basket is large. It fits back into recesses in the bottom of the strainer. There's a tube and a spike that the strainer has to fit in. It can only go in one way. We'll put it back in. That's in. Put the top back on. Be careful with the O-ring again. Replace the clamp. Helps to make sure it's all the way open. And it looks like that before you close the clamp. And that's it. So as part of your weekly checks, we want to check the engine oil. And here's the dipstick. Take the dipstick out. Check it. It's right at the max, which is good. I'm going to clean it off. And there's a minimum and maximum. So it can be anywhere in that neighborhood. Diesel oil gets black very quickly, so don't be concerned about that. When you put the dipstick back in, make sure that clip clips onto the red ring here so it can't pop out. If you need oil, it goes right in here. It says engine oil. If you need coolant, it goes right in here. And the fill line is right down in there, similar to your car. Use the Volvo yellow, that's the best. All right, so let's talk about a typical generator. Weekly maintenance checks. We're going to open this up with a small screwdriver, a quarter, or I have a key that fits, so I use that because it's always in my pocket. I'll take the cover off. Just want to point out some various features here. Engine oil dipstick, oil fill, raw water impeller housing, electric fuel pump, the hose to change the oil, coolant up top. There's a radiator cap here. Just remove that when it's cold. If you have to change the raw water impeller, you're going to unbolt it right here. 3 bolts. pull the housing back, take the old impeller out, replace it with a new impeller and a new O-ring, bolt it back up, and you're ready to go. One other thing I want to point out on the generator is this DC circuit breaker switch. When people are down here cleaning or doing their checks, they brush up against it and the switch goes off. When that switch is off, you cannot start the generator. So if that's the case, turn that switch on and you'll see the generator will go through its start program and you're good to go. The other thing is this switch is counterintuitive. It's the emergency stop switch. It needs to be in the on position, meaning it's armed and ready to be activated in case you have to stop it.